Vandeham Shri Guru Shiyatha Parakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Sya Shri Rupam Sahagrajatam Saganaraganatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sabadutam Harijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Paran Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishikam Vitam Sya Om Agyana Timarandasya Gyanajana Shalakya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Gurva Bhistam Supurakam Garaganara Sisha Sambhushitam Chintya Chintya Samasta Veda Nipanam Shri Rupa Patanagam Govinda Bidam Ujwalam Varatanum Bhaktyan Vidam Sundaram Bande Vishwagurun Shah Jivyad Bhagavat Prem Noi Bija Pradam Devam Divyatinum Suchandavaranam Balarka Chelan Sandrananda Puram Sadeka Varanam Vairagya Vidyamburim Sri Siddhanta Nidim Subhakti Lasitam Saraswatanam Varam Mandetam Shuvaram Mareka Sharanam Nashishwara Shidaram Manshakopatarubyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhyevacha Patitanam Pavanibhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Mahabharanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gora Tavishe Nama. So we're hearing from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, translation and commentary by Srila Prabhupada. This is Adi-lila, chapter 17, the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya in his youth, text number 65. Mukunda dater koila danda parashad, kandila tahara chiter sabha abasad. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu blessed Mukunda Datta with punishment and in that way vanquished all his mental depression. Mukunda Datta was once forbidden to enter in the association of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu because of his mixing with the Mayavadi impersonalists. When Lord Chaitanya manifested his Mahaprakash, he called all the devotees one after another and blessed them while Mukunda Datta stood outside the door. The devotees informed the Lord that Mukunda Datta was waiting outside, but the Lord replied, I shall not soon be pleased with Mukunda Datta, for though he explains devotional service among devotees, he then goes to Mayavadis to hear from them the Yoga Vasishta Ramayana, which is full of Mayavad philosophy. For this I am greatly displeased with him. Hearing the Lord speak in that way, Mukunda Datta, standing outside, was exceedingly glad that the Lord would at some time be pleased with him, although he was not pleased at that moment. Mahaprabhu said, after many, many births, I will allow Mukunda Datta into my association. And Mukunda Datta was happy that he felt he could wait, but he was assured of getting the Lord's association again. But when the Lord understood that Mukunda Datta was going to give up the association of the Mayavadis for good, he was pleased, and he at once called to see Mukunda. Thus he delivered him from the association of the Mayavadis and gave him the association of pure devotees. Acharya Gosair Prabhu, Kore Guru Bhakti, Tahate Acharya Bora Hoy Dukamati. Lord Chaitanya requested Advaita Acharya. Lord Chaitanya respected Advaita Acharya as his spiritual master, but Advaita Acharya was greatly aggrieved by such behavior. Bangi Kori Gyanamarg Korila Bhyakyan Krodabeshe Prabhu Tare Koila Abhagyan. Thus he whimsically began to explain the path to philosophical speculation, and the Lord in his anger seemingly disrespected him. So Advaita Acharya was trying deliberately to anger Mahaprabhu because Mahaprabhu always respected him, because he was senior to Mahaprabhu by age and also was a disciple of Advaita Acharya, was initiated by Madhavendra Puri, who was a spiritual master of Mahaprabhu's spiritual master, Ishwara Puri. So he respected Advaita Acharya as like Guru Varga. But Advaita Acharya didn't like that respect, so he also began speaking in a way about Gyan that would anger Mahaprabhu. And then Mahaprabhu came to punish him. And Advaita Acharya said, "Today I have conquered you." Tabe Acharya Gosara Nanda Hoila Lajita Hoya Prabhu Prashada Korila. At that time Advaita Acharya was greatly pleased. The Lord understood this and he was somewhat ashamed, but he offered Advaita Acharya his benediction. Advaita Acharya was a disciple of Madhavendra Puri, Ishwara Puri's spiritual master. Therefore, Ishwara Puri, the spiritual master of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, was Advaita Acharya's godbrother. In view of this, Mahaprabhu treated Advaita Acharya as his spiritual master, but Sri Advaita Acharya did not like this behavior of Mahaprabhu's, for he wanted to be treated as his eternal servant. Advaita Prabhu's aspiration was to be a servant of the Lord, not his spiritual master. He therefore devised a plan to antagonize the Lord. He began to explain the path of philosophical speculation in the midst of some unfortunate Mayavadis. And when Mahaprabhu heard this, he immediately went there and in a very angry mood began to beat Advaita Acharya. At that time, Advaita Acharya, greatly pleased, began to dance, saying, "Just see how my desire has been fulfilled. Lord Chaitanya used to treat me honorably for so long, but now he is treating me neglectfully. This is my reward. His affection for me is so great that he wanted to save me from the hands of the Mayavadis." Hearing this statement, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was somewhat ashamed, but he was very pleased with Advaita Acharya. So one devotee commented that when he always heard from Srila Prabhupada about the Mayavadis, he thought it was some sect in India, didn't know who they were. But actually the Mayavadis are just impersonalists. And impersonalist philosophy is really prevalent everywhere in the world. So that was one of the points that Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur and of course Prabhupada and Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Sridhar Maharaj, they were always preaching against impersonalism and sahajiism. Sahajiism is where people pretend that they're devotees, but actually their behavior is very much against devotional principles. They just pretend to be advanced. Murari Gupta Mukhe Shuni Rama Gunagram Lalate Likila Tara Ramadasanam. Murari Gupta was a great devotee of Lord Ramachandra. When Lord Chaitanya heard Lord Ramachandra's glories from his mouth, he immediately wrote on his forehead, Ramadas, the eternal servant of Lord Ramachandra. Sridhar Lohapatre Koila Jalapan Samasta Bhaktere Dila Ishtabharadan. Once Lord Chaitanya went to the house of Sridhar after kirtan and drank water from his damaged iron pot. Then he bestowed his benediction upon all the devotees according to their desires. This refers to Kolavecha Sridhar, who used to sell bananas and banana leaf plates. After the mass Nagar Sankirtan in protest against the magistrate Chand Kazi, the Kazi was converted to a devotee. Then Mahaprabhu returned with the Sankirtan party to the house of Sridhar, to Kolavecha Sridhar's house, and Chand Kazi followed him. All the devotees rested there for some time and drank water from Sridhar's damaged iron pot. The Lord accepted the water because the pot belonged to a devotee. Chand Kazi then returned home. The place where they rested is still situated on the northern side of Mayapur, and it is known as Kirtan Vishramstan, the resting place of the Kirtan party. Haridas Thakurer Korila Prashad Acharyastani Matar Kandaila Aparad. After this incident, the Lord blessed Haridas Thakur and vanquished the offense of his mother at the home of Advaita Acharya. On the Mahaprakash day, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraced Haridas Thakur and informed him that he was none other than an incarnation of Prahlad Maharaj. When Vishwarup took sannyas, Sachimata thought that Advaitacharya had persuaded him to do so. Therefore, she accused Advaitacharya of this, which was an offense at his lotus feet. Later, Lord Chaitanya induced his mother to take the dust of Advaitacharya's feet, and thus her Vaishnava aparad was nullified. Bhaktagane Prabhu Namam Mahima Kohila Shunya Paduyatahan Artavad Koila. Once when the Lord explained the glories of the holy name to the devotees, some ordinary students who heard him fashioned their own interpretation. Name Stutibad Shuni Prabhu Hoila Duk Sabareni Shedilat Ihara Nadekia Muk. When a student interpreted the glories of the holy name as a prayer of exaggeration, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, greatly unhappy, immediately warned everyone not to see the student's face henceforward. Sagane Sachile Giya Koila Gangasnan Bhaktira Mahimatahan Korilavyakyan. Without even removing his garments, Mahaprabhu jumped into the Ganges with his companions. There he explained the glories of devotional service. Yanakarma Joga Dharme Nahe Krishnavas Hetu Ek Prema Bhakti Ras. By following the paths of speculative philosophical knowledge, fruitive activity, or mystic yoga to control the senses, one cannot satisfy Krishna. Unalloyed devotional service for Krishna is only cause for the Lord's satisfaction. Na sadayati mam yogo na sankyam dharma udava na svadhyayas tapas tyago yata bhaktir mamorjita. Krishna said, my dear Uddhava, neither through Astanga Yoga, the mystic yoga system to control the senses, nor through impersonal monism or an analytical study of the absolute truth, nor through study of the Vedas, nor through austerities, nor through charity or acceptance of sannyas can one satisfy me as much as by developing unalloyed devotional service unto me. Murari ke kohitumi Krishna basa koila Shunya Murari Shloka Kohete Lagila. Lord Chaitanya then praised Murari Gupta, quoting, you have satisfied Lord Krishna. Hearing this, Murari Gupta quoted a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam. Kvaha daridra papiyan kva Krishna Sriniketana Brahma Bandhuriti smaham bahubhyam parirambita. Since I am but a poor, sinful Brahma Bandhu, not Brahminically qualified, although born in a Brahmin family, and you, Lord Krishna, are the shelter of the goddess of fortune, it is simply wonderful, my dear Lord, that you have embraced me with your arms. This verse is from the Bhagavatam, spoken by Sudama Vipra, in the presence of Sri Krishna. Sudama Vipra was a classmate of Krishna's when Krishna was in the Gurukul of Sandipani Muni. And later, when Krishna was in a position as like the king, Dwarka, then Sudama Vipra, they were very poor, didn't even have enough to eat, and his wife, Sudama Vipra's wife, asked him to go see Krishna and get some help from him. But he went to see Krishna, but he never he was ashamed to bring up the subject of asking Krishna for help. But when he returned to his home, he saw that everything had been transformed into a beautiful palace and everything. a beautiful place, and everything had been transformed by Krishna. But when Krishna embraced him, Sudama Vipra, who was very humble, he said this: "Since I am but a poor, sinful Brahma Bandhu, not Brahminically qualified, although born in a Brahmin family, and you, Lord Krishna, are the shelter of the goddess of fortune, it is simply wonderful that you have embraced me with your arms." Ek din Prabhu sam bhaktagan laya, sankirtan kori baishe, shrama jukta hoya. One day the Lord performed sankirtan with all his devotees, and when they were greatly fatigued, they sat down. Ek amra bij Prabhu angane ropila tatkani janmila brika balikela gila. The Lord then sowed a mango seed in the yard, and immediately the seed fructified into a tree and began to grow. Dekite brika hoila falita pakila neka fala sabai bishmita. As people looked on, the tree became fully grown, with fruits that fully ripened. Thus everyone was struck with wonder. Shat duival Prabhu shigra padila prakalana kori Krishna bogalagaila. The Lord immediately picked about 200 fruits, and after washing them, he offered them to Krishna to eat. Raktapita barna nahi ashti bogala ek janer peta bari kaile ekvala. The fruits were all red and yellow, with no seed inside and no skin outside, and eating one fruit would immediately fill a man's belly. Dekiya santushta hoila sachira nandan sakale ko jala age koriya bakan. Seeing the quality of the mangoes, the Lord was greatly satisfied, and thus after eating first, he fed all the other devotees. So Mahaprabhu just pushed a seed into the ground, and then immediately a mango tree grew and had all these fruits that were very big with no seed or skin, and he fed all the devotees. Asti vokalanahi amrita rasamoy ekvo kaile rasi udara purai. The fruits had no seeds or skins. They were full of nectarian juice, and were so sweet that a man would be fully satisfied by eating only one. Emata pratidin fale bharamash Vaishnav kaya jena phala prabhura ulas. In this way, fruits grew on the tree every day throughout the 12 months of the year, and the Vaishnavas used to eat them to the Lord's great satisfaction. E sab lila kori sachira nandan anyalo nahi jane bina bhaktagan. These are confidential pastimes of Mahaprabhu's. Other than devotees, no one knows of this incident. E mata barmash kirtana avasane amra mahotsava Prabhu kore dine dine. In this way the Lord performed Sankirtan, and at the end of Sankirtan there was a mango eating festival every day for 12 months. Kirtan korite Prabhu aila mega gan apana ichaya koila mega nivaran. Once, while Mahaprabhu was performing kirtan, clouds assembled in the sky, and the Lord, by his own will, immediately stopped them from pouring rain. Ek din Prabhu Sripad Adi-lila Brihat Sahasranam Pada Shrunite Manahoila. One day the Lord ordered Sripad Thakur to read the Brihat Sahasranam, the 1,000 names of Lord Vishnu, for he wanted to hear them at that time. Padite aila stave nishingaranam shunya vishtahoila Prabhu Goradam. As he read the 1,000 names of the Lord, in due course the holy name of Lord Nrsimha appeared. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu heard the holy name of Lord Nrsimha, he became fully absorbed in thought. Nrsimha veshe Prabhu hate goraloya Pashande marite jai nagare daya. In the mood of Lord Nrsimhadev, Mahaprabhu ran through the city streets, club in hand, ready to kill all the atheists. Nrsimha veshe deki mahatejo moy patachari bhage lok paya boraboy. Seeing him appearing very fierce in the ecstasy of Lord Nrsimha, people ran from the street and fled here and there, afraid of his anger. Seeing Mahaprabhu appearing very fierce in the ecstasy of Lord Nrsimha, people ran from the street and fled here and there, afraid of his anger. Lok bhai deki prabhur bhaya hoila, Srivas grihete giya, Gada Felala. Seeing the people so afraid, the Lord came to his external senses and thus returned to the house of Srivas Thakur and threw away the club. Srivas se Kohen Prabhu Karya Bishad Lokabaya Pai Mor Hoy Aparad. Lord became morose and said to Srivas Thakur, when I adopted the mood of Lord Nrsimhadev, people were greatly afraid. Therefore I stopped, since causing fear among people is an offense. Srivas Bolanje Tomar Namaloy Tarakote Aparad Saba Hoy Koi. Srivas Thakur replied, anyone who takes your holy name vanquishes 10 million of his offenses immediately. Aparad nahi koi koile lokaranishtar jaitoma dekila tara chutkila samsar. There was no offense in Europe appearing as Nrsimhadev. Rather, any man who saw you in that mood was immediately liberated from the bondage of material existence. Eta bole Shivas korila sevan tushtoya prabhuaila apana bhavan. After saying this, Srivas Thakur worshipped the Lord, who was then greatly satisfied and returned to his own home. Aradin Shiva Bhakta Shiva Gungai Prabhura Anganinache Damaru Bajai. On another day, a great devotee of Lord Shiva, chanting of Lord Shiva's qualities, came to Lord Chaitanya's house, where he began dancing in the courtyard and playing his damaru, a musical instrument. Mahesha Vesha Hoila Sachira Nandan Taraskande Chadinritya Koila Bahukan. And Lord Chaitanya, adopting the mood of Lord Shiva, got on the man's shoulders, and thus they danced together for a long time. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu adopted the mood of Lord Shiva, for he is Shiva also. According to the philosophy of Achintya Veda Veda Tattva, Lord Shiva is not different from Lord Vishnu. But Lord Shiva is not Lord Vishnu, just as yogurt is nothing but milk, and yet it's not milk nevertheless. It's been transformed by the yogurt culture. So Lord Shiva is like Lord Vishnu, but because he's in touch with Maya, with the material energy, there is some difference there. Vishnu is never in touch, never touches the material energy. One cannot get the benefit of milk by drinking yogurt. Similarly, one can get salvation by worshipping Lord Shiva. Similarly, one cannot get salvation by worshipping Lord Shiva. If one wants salvation, one must worship Lord Vishnu. In other words, Lord Shiva can give one any material benediction, but if one wants eternal spiritual life, one has to go worship the Lord Vishnu or Krishna. This is confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita. Matstani sarvabhutani nachaham teshvavastita. Everything is resting on the Lord, for everything is his energy, yet he is not everywhere. Lord Chaitanya adopting the mood of Lord Shiva is not extraordinary, but one should not therefore think that by worshipping Lord Shiva one is worshipping the Lord himself. That would be a mistake. Aradin ek bikuka ailamagite prabodha nritya deki nritya lagila koride. On another day, a mendicant came to beg alms from the Lord's house, but when he saw the Lord dancing, he also began to dance. Prabhu sange nritya kore parama ulase prabhu tare prema-dila prema rasi bashe. He danced with the Lord because he was favored by love of Krishna. Thus he flowed in the mellows of love of God. It was absorbed in Prema Ras. Actually, that man was a Muslim tailor who came there. And he was favored by Mahaprabhu, and he began dancing and could see the Lord's divinity. Aradine Jyotisha Sarva Gya Ek Aila Tahare Samanakori Prabhu Prashna Koila. On another day, an astrologer came who was said to know everything past, present, and future. He's Sarvagya. Thus Mahaprabhu received him with all honor and put this question before him. Keyachi lunami purva janme kahagani ganite lagila sarvagya prabhu bhakya shuni. Please tell me who I was in my previous birth, the Lord said. Please tell me by your astrological calculations. Hearing the words of the Lord, the astrologer immediately began to calculate. Gani dhyane deki sarvagya mahajotirmoy ananda vaikunta brahmanda sabarashroy. Through calculation and meditation, the all-knowing astrologer saw the greatly effulgent body of the Lord, which is the resting place of all the unlimited Vaikuntha planets. Parama Tattva, Parama Brahma, Parama Ishwar, Deki Prabhur Murti, Sarvagya, Hoila, Fafar. Sing Lord Chaitanya to be the same absolute truth, the supreme Brahman, the personality of Godhead. The astrologer became confused. Bolite na pare kechu, Mona Hoila, Prabhu Puna, Prashna Koila, Kohite Lagila. Struck with wonder, the astrologer remained silent, unable to speak, but when the Lord again put the question before him, he replied as follows. So, when the astrologer did his calculations and meditation, he could see that the Lord was the source of everything, greatly effulgent, the source of Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. So, in that way, seeing this, the astrologer was struck with wonder. Purva janme chila tumi jagadashray paripurna Bhagavan sarvaishvaryamoy. My dear sir, in your previous birth you were the shelter of all creation, the supreme personality of Godhead, full of all opulences. Sarvaishvaryamoy. Of the all opulent, fully opulent Supreme Lord. That's what he's telling Mahaprabhu. By his calculations, he sees that Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Lord himself. Purve jaiche chila tumi ebeha se rup durvigyeya nityananda tumara swarup. You are now the same personality of Godhead that you were in your previous birth. Your identity is inconceivable, eternal happiness. Prabhu hase koila tumi kichuna janila purve ami achilan jatite goyala. When the astrologer was speaking so highly of him, Mahaprabhu stopped him and began to smile. My dear sir, he said, I think you do not know very clearly what I was, for I know that in my previous birth I was a cowherd boy. Gopagrihe janmachila gabira raka se punye hoilan ebe brahmana chayo ja. In my last birth I was born in a family of cowherd men, and I gave protection to the calves and cows. Because of such pious activities, I have now become the son of a Brahmin. They said in my previous birth, I was a cowherd boy, and because I took care of the cows, I was able to take birth this time as a Brahmin, which of course referring to Krishna. Sarvagya kohayami taha jani dekilan tahate aishwarya deki fafvara hoilan. The astrologer said, What I saw in meditation was full of opulence, and therefore I was confused. Se rupe e rupe deki ekar. Se rupe e rupe deki ekakar. Kabu beta deki e mayaya tomar. I am certain that your form and the form I saw in my meditation are one and the same. If I see any difference, this is an act of your illusory energy. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Radha Krishna Nahayanya. In the vision of a perfect devotee, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is a combination of Radha and Krishna. Eternally Krishna, covered with the effulgence and mood, and the mood of Srimati Radharani. Srimati Radharani. One who sees Lord Chaitanya to be different from Krishna is under the illusory energy of the Lord. It appears that the astrologer was already an advanced devotee. And when he came into the presence of Mahaprabhu, he became perfectly self-realized and could see the Supreme Lord Krishna and Mahaprabhu are one and the same Supreme Person. But he is describing more of the opulence of the Lord, and Mahaprabhu wanted to emphasize, oh, no, I was previously a cowherd boy. Jai how say how to me, Tomake Namaskar, Prabhutare Prema Diya, Koila Puraskar. The all-knowing astrologer concluded, whatever you may be, or whoever you may be, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. By his causeless mercy, the Lord then gave him prema, love of Godhead, thus rewarding him for this service. Egdin Prabhu Vishnu Mandape Masya Maruan Molena Dakiya. One day the Lord sat down in the corridor of a Vishnu temple and began calling very loudly, bring some honey, bring some honey. Nityananda Gosai Prabhur Avesha Janila Gangajal Patrani Samuke Darila. Nityananda Prabhu, understanding the ecstatic mood of Mahaprabhu, of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Nityananda Prabhu, understanding the ecstatic mood of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, brought a pot of Ganges water as a token and put it before him. Jal Paya Korina Nache Hoya Biba Jamuna Karshana Lila Dekaye Saka. After drinking the water, Lord Chaitanya became so ecstatic that he began to dance. Thus everyone saw the pastime of attracting the river Jamuna. Jamuna Karshana Lila is the pastime of attracting the Jamuna. One day Sri Baladev wanted the Jamuna river to come before him, and when the river refused, he took his plow wanting to dig a canal so that the Jamuna would be obliged to come there. Since Mahaprabhu is the original form of Baladev, in his ecstasy he asked everyone to bring honey. In this way all the devotees standing there saw the Jamuna Karshana Lila. In this Lila, Baladev was accompanied by his girlfriends. After drinking a honey beverage called Varuni, he wanted to jump into the Jamuna and swim with the girls. It is stated in Srimad Bhagavatam that Lord Baladev asked the Jamuna to come near, and when the river disobeyed the order of the Lord, he became angry and thus wanted to snatch her near to him with his plow. Actually, he was a little intoxicated by this honey beverage. The Jamuna, however, very much afraid of Lord Balaram's anger, immediately came and surrendered unto him, praying to the Lord. Please turn off phones when you come in here. The Jamuna, however, being much afraid of Lord Balaram's anger, immediately came and surrendered unto him, praying to the Lord and admitting her fault. She was then excused. This is the sum and substance of the Jamuna Karshana Lila. The incident is also described in the prayer of Jayadev Goswami concerning the 10 incarnations. Vahashi Vapushi Vishade Vasanam Jaladabam Halahati Biti Milita Yanmunabam Keshavadrita Haladara Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Madhamata Gati Baladeva Anukar Acharya Shekara Tare Deke Ramakar When the Lord in his ecstasy of Baladev was moving as if intoxicated by the beverage, Advaita Acharya, the chief of the Acharyas, Acharya Shekhar, saw him in the form of Balaram. Banamali Acharya deke Shonara Langa Sabe Mili Nritya Kori Aveshe Viva. Banamali Acharya saw a golden plow in the hand of Balaram, and the devotees all assembled together and danced, overwhelmed by ecstasy. Emata Nritya Hoila Chari Prahar Sandhya Ganga Snan Kori Savige Lagar. In this way they danced continuously for 12 hours, and in the evening they all took a bath in the Ganges and then returned to their homes. Okay, I'm going to stop here. What we're trying to do is continue. Well, this is the last chapter of the Adi-lila. We're trying to continue each day reading with our readings from the Chaitanya Charitamrita, and we've begun broadcasting these readings so that the devotees can follow the Chaitanya Charitamrita with us every day. So now we'll sing Hari Haraya and the class. Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Jaravaya Nama Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Jaravaya Nama Jaravaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama Jaravaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan Giridhari Gopinatham Maranamaha Shishi Guru Guranga Gandharvika Giridhari Juki Pad Paramahansa Parvaja Kacharyasta Tara Sata Shishimad Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Jayam Vishnupad Paramahansa Parvaja Kacharyasta Tara Sata Shishimad Srila Bhakti Rakshidhar Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Jai Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Ki Jai Jayam Vishnupad Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai Jayam Vishnupad Srila Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai Jayam Vishnupad Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai Rupanuga Guru Bharga Ki Jai Namachari Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Shri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jiva Gopal Bharadash Raghunath Shad Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai Premzigo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Shri Gaurabhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ki Jai Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur Ki Jai Sri Chaitanya Bhagwat Ki Jai Narottam Srinivas Shamananda Prabhu Ki Jai Jayam Vishnupad Vishvavarenya Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai Jayam Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Nirmal Acharya Maharaj Ki Jai Ananda Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai Shri Navadip Dham Ki Jai Shri Mayapur Ki Jai Saparshada Shri Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai Saparshada Shri Mahaprabhu Ki Jai Shri Koladvip Ki Jai Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Ki Jai Soquel Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Seva Ashram Ki Jai Ganga Devi Ki Jai, Tulasi Maharani Ki Jai, Bhakti Devi Ki Jai, Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai, Shri Shri Radha Krishna Go Gopi Govardhan, Sham Kunu Radha Kunda Kalindi Yamanu Ki Jai, Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai, Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai, all the assembled devotees Ki Jai, Sripad Bhakti Chandan Parvat Maharaj Ki Jai, Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol.
Bhakti Pavan Janardan Maharaj Ki Jai.